Oh yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Cool, no problem. Well, welcome back, everybody. This is Knack. We have got live tournament action coming at you right now on MLG Shakuras Plateau. This is our other semifinal match in tonight's Bronze Silver. That is the Novice Let It Ride tournament. And we do have a special treat. One of the greatest swimmers I know, probably the only swimmer I know, really, to be honest. But a phenomenal athlete and a wonderful StarCraft 2 player. One of those SC2 guys, not Alt. I guess we are going to change him to Alt, maybe. But NCR Laser Boy, what's up, man?
Not much. Looking
Good.
forward to some good StarCraft games here.
Yeah, buddy. Good to have you back on. It's been a little while since we had the chance to hang out. So, fun
Indeed.
stuff.
Yeah.
And PvP here. So, are you pretty excited for this matchup?
Well, it is PvP, so
You're like, okay, let me get my 4-gate calculator out.
yeah. Gotta see when their timings hit. But yeah, it's Shakuras Plateau, and I mean, 4-gate wouldn't be unusual on this map, but I would like to see some 3-gate robo play.
Yeah, 3-gate robo, if done properly, can hold off a 4-gate attack. But I mean, you've got to be on top of your timing. So a lot of the times, I think at lower level play, we don't necessarily get to see many good 3-gate robos.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what these guys have going for us. But I mean, these are identical builds at this point. If you look at the production tab, timings are almost the same, except for Sky has got his gas down a little sooner.
Yeah.
But both of these guys, silver level players. I haven't seen either of them play yet. Have you got a chance to see any of these guys play?
I think I've watched Sky play before.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he was here last week, wasn't he? So you probably got to see him.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, good stuff. But yeah, I mean, pretty standard timings right now for both of these guys. And there goes the cybernetics for both, almost identical timing yet again. So yeah, we're probably shaping up for 4v4, huh?
Yep, definitely.
Lovely.
The only question is who's going to get it out first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess right now, Sorrow a couple seconds ahead, but not much.
Just a few.
But this is interesting, though. Sorrow is going to be going for double gas. Now, that to me spells 3-gate robo. What does that say to you?
Based on the timings of the gas, I'd say a 3-gate robo.
Yeah.
If it was any earlier, I would say DTs, but
yeah. So there goes another gateway. I guess maybe he could just be going for heavy sentry play. I don't know, because usually you get the robo right now instead of the second gate. But
yeah, we'll see though. I mean, some people prefer to get it after their second gate, but
yeah, and we do have a forward pylon here from Sky. Sky going to be scouting his opponent's base here pretty well. He wants to see what's going on. This is nice play by Sky. So he's got good map control, forward pylon, and what appears to be a pretty solid 4-gate, right?
yeah. The only thing would be is scoot up that pylon a little bit closer to the wall. Sure, it can get scouted, but then you can move your units over to that corner and warp up directly onto the high ground.
Yeah. Now, one thing I do want to note about this, his 4-gate build, is he stopped probe production at 18. Looks like he is building one more now. But 18 is usually one shy of a good 4-gate. But
Yeah.
looks like he can remedy that. So
Yeah, gotta watch that. Because too little, and then you can't support it. Too much, you're getting supply blocked.
Yep.
Too often. Yeah, I don't know why I got a sentry out. I guess he was just a little bit cautious there.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, usually if you're going to be pushing forward like that, you don't really need the sentry. However, he is going to be pushing out right now, and this is not bad timing. Sorrow just now starting to chrono out an Immortal. His Warp Gate tech is finished, but he's only got the 2 gates right now. So, I don't know, man. This is a little iffy right now for him.
Yeah, what Sorrow really needs right now is just a warp and a sentry. I mean, he has the gas,
Yep.
or he used to.
Ooh,
Oh no, he still has it.
All this scouted by Sorrow, so he knows what's coming his way. Did you see that?
There's the sentry.
Mm-hmm. But here comes the attack from Sky. it's going to come down to good force field placement.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one, but can he hold it?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to warp in some more sentries now, and that is going to be difficult.
Yep.
He's
Starting to push up.
floating way too many minerals at this point, so maybe in the future for Sorrow, a good thing to remember is in a PvP, you've got to be producing units almost non-stop when you've got unit producing structures. Because it appears that he just lost this game. What do you think?
Well, yeah, pretty much, but I don't know. I've seen people pull out situations like this. It all comes down to Immortal Micro Relay. As long as you can keep that Immortal alive for as long as you possibly can, you can hold it off for a long time.
Right.
But in the end, you can't hold it off forever.
Right. Yep, and all the mining time that Sorrow's losing at this point, brutal. So, I mean, he's got to get these guys back to work.
Yeah, pretty much lost it there.
Yeah, that Immortal not going to last any much longer, so too bad. That was a nice play there by Sky, though. I mean, that's pretty nice timing there on a 4-gate. I mean, he made a couple mistakes. Number one, on his probe production, you usually want to cut at somewhere between 19 and 21. Don't you like to stick with 21, Laser Boy? Haven't we talked about that before?
I like 21. It gives you a little bit of wiggle room in case it fails. You'll have that extra little bit of macro there already.
I agree. But pretty well done there. So good game, says Sorrow, and we'll be going into game number 2 here in just a moment. Thanks, Laser Boy, for coming out and talking to us. Do you have any last words?
Don't Alt-Tab, Alt-StarCraft. There we go.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll see you then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we have got live tournament action coming at you right now on MLG's Metalopolis between Sorrow and Sky. Phenomenal PvP matchup we've got in these two silver level players. This is the semifinals of today's Let It Ride for the novice level players. That is silver and bronze. And this is game 2 in their best of 3 matchup. And right now, let's see who's down. I do have those SC2 guys on the line with me. Laser Boy, who lost that last match? I can't remember off the top of my head now.
It was Sorrow.
Sorrow lost, that's right. Okay, and Sky did win. So he is up 1 on his opponent right now. And feeling pretty solid at this point. But the pressure on Sorrow now. He has got to take a win here. Otherwise, that is it. He will not be moving on to the finals. So, I mean, this is that crunch situation in a best of 3. And it occurs very early. It's always game 2. But somebody has always got a lot of ground to make up in a best of 3 matchup.
Right. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go right now, so...
Oh, no problem. We are definitely going to miss you. But thanks for coming out. Say goodbye to everybody, and we will catch you later, brother.
All right, see y'all later.
See you, man. And let's...
Right now, actually.
I can barely hear you, Tox.
Okay.
But we are going to...
How about now?
Yeah, that's okay, I guess. Try and speak up, if you will, though, for me.
Alright.
Sounds good. Oh. That was not good. There we go. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I put the boost full on.
Yeah,
That's
no
the best
boost.
I can do right now.
No boost. But yeah, just speak up real good and we should be fine. But yeah, it's nice to see you. We haven't seen you in a little while. Last time we got to hang out was last week, so...
Yeah.
Pretty excited to have you guys back on the stream here, casting for a little while.
Yeah, it was fun. I just came back and all of a sudden I'm doing a cast. That's cool.
Yep, pretty solid stuff. So it looks like we're probably going to be seeing, I don't know, maybe 4-gate versus 4-gate here. What do you think?
I don't know, but there's something interesting that Zero did. He put 2 guys in gas. So maybe he wants to do something a little more zealot heavy.
Maybe. Oh, you're right. He only has 2. And you know what is interesting? A lot of maps have assimilators that have different distances to the Nexus, and Metalopolis is one of them. So these 2 assimilators here in Sky's base,
Yeah.
one of them is closer than the other, and the one that is further away is the one that he picked. So the mining distance is actually longer. If you're going to pick just one gas, and usually your first gas you want to have be the one that's closer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, actually, I've noticed that too. I do, when I'm paying attention, I do put it on the outer one. It's kind of a cool way too, because like there's little things like people micro their like probes to go on certain mineral patches, but this is like an easy way to get more gas.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, and so I mean it's the same thing as what the pros do with their mineral line. You can do the exact same thing with the Vespene geysers. So pretty good stuff, man. But looks like chrono boosting out units for Sorrow here, not chrono boosting his warp gate tech. So that's kind of interesting play, though. I mean, what do you think about that?
Well, I wasn't really paying attention, but if he didn't scout, then that's a good way to deny that scout. So I don't think that's the worst idea in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's going to be setting up defensively. So this looks like it might be a defensive 3-gate defense, I'm guessing. Maybe he'll go for a 4th gate here in just a moment. But he is supply blocked. And there is the remedy. That's what we like to see. But
Yeah.
solid 4-gate from Sky here, so...
Hey, is it 4-gate? Yeah, it is. There's tons of pylons everywhere.
Yeah, he has got a lot of map control right now. He's got that Zelnaga tower, so he will spot movement, as well as he has got 2 pylons that he can warp close to his opponent's base, as well as right in his opponent's base with that one right there on the low ground. If he walks his army around... Oh my goodness! Sorrow's about to scout this, I think.
Oh.
Yep, he is going to scout that pylon. But he is...
Wow, that was lucky. How did he even, think it was there?
I don't know, but that was good. The problem now is that he is out of position. He's got to get this sentry back in position to block the ramp. There he goes.
Oh, force fielder, I don't know. I think he saw the units, but...
That was preemptive, though, wasn't it?
A little too early. Yeah, that 4th gate is a little late. I don't know. I don't think he knew what he was doing exactly.
Yeah. And his probe, there goes, back to work. But here comes the attack, and he doesn't have anything to block this with.
Oh man, and Guardian Shield going up, and Zealots pounding on those Stalkers. The Zealots in the back for Sky.
Yeah.
Really, really hurting him.
Yeah, Sky needs to understand that composition up the ramp. You always want to try and send Zealots up first, Stalkers and Sentries behind. But it looks like he's going to retry this here in just a moment. Here comes the rest of his force. Is he going to put his Zealots out in front? I wonder. That's what he needs to do here at this point. But
yeah,
Sorrow,
looks like he's into it.
But look at how many minerals Sorrow is floating at this point.
Oh man, good force field.
Yeah, that was a really good force field.
Yeah, but some Zealots slipping through. I'd have liked another sentry from Sorrow, but looks like he's just warping in more Stalkers. I think Sorrow has it in the bag right now.
Yeah, he seems to have held that off pretty good with that force field. I think that did it for him right there.
Yeah, what Sky needs to do is expand behind this and keep the contain so we can get ahead economically.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and production shows that Sorrow's the only one building right now. I mean, Sky is totally committing to this attack.
Oh, going up the ramp again. Might be able to break it just barely at that. Nope, has to pull back.
Has to pull back yet again. Units lost is showing that Sky severely behind right now and the resources lost. So, I mean, the longer he keeps pressing this attack and failing, the further and further he is going to get behind. Units tab shows that Sorrow is ahead economically, 23 probes to 18. So, I mean, Sorrow doing a great job holding this off, I'd say.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say that not only is he behind in units, but he's behind in probes by far.
Yeah.
Just now, going back to probe production, realizing that he is indeed behind.
Yep. Chrono boosting as Nexus, but not enough minerals to even keep probe production where it needs to be. So, having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I find it interesting that they both decide to add another gateway, deciding that it's more better. I can see that for Sorrow since he is floating a little bit more, but seems like Sky is just kind of like no minerals, no gas.
Yeah. Now, Sorrow's in good position here. As long as he keeps producing probes, I'd like to see him, number one, using his Chrono Boost. So the good tip for him, actually for both players, utilize that Chrono Boost. But Sorrow could really be expanding, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I think, because the Protoss's way of getting ahead, Terran has mules, Zerg can make thousands of units at once, but I think Protoss have it the hardest on getting economy, because you have to choose on what you're chronoing and you have to keep going, Even you'll see a lot, they'll be really good at chronoing in the beginning, But the more and more the late game goes on, they kind of forget about it and think, well, you know, I have all these gateways, I don't need that. But really, be a great help just to chrono them once in a while, make a few pylons.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good point. And Sorrow he's continuing to pump out stalkers here. This is a great play. He does have his forge going for weapons level 1. He's got an observer headed out to his opponent's base here in just a moment. Probably will be creating some immortals behind that, I would assume.
Yeah, that probe going for the Nexus and getting cut off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go help and get a sneaky expansion wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah. Need to put those zealots in the front there, kind of hiding behind the stalkers. Like, I don't want to fight.
Yep.
Kind of a
Dirty zealots, get in there.
coward zealots, not fighting for the team. The sentries are just like, let's fight.
Yeah.
The front, like, yeah, I'm ready for
Sentry
it.
tanks.
Yeah. I got force field. It's okay. That's a nice spread actually, right there.
Yeah, that is actually a pretty good spread.
That's like gold level play right there.
Yeah, man.
I think people underestimate the power of concave.
Yeah.
I sure did like a few weeks ago, and then I learned that if I spread my roaches out, burst like a death ball of a Protoss, I'll just obliterate everything.
Yep, it's absolutely true, especially if they don't get good force fields on you. That concave really works in your favor very, very quickly.
Yeah, it hurts so much. Finally getting a Nexus in 13 minutes.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
little bit behind. I mean, you can tell that we're dealing with, slightly lower level play here, but I mean, all in all, both of these guys have pretty decent strategy for their PvPs. But Sky is still behind in the army size, so not good.
Yeah, I think Sky's being a little stubborn, kind of sitting there. But I think I really don't think it's because of the level to play. It's kind of just because PvP is so I don't know. Like, it's like if a Zerg and another Zerg, six fool each other, they're not gonna get their hatcheries, really fast, right? So it's kind of like that.
Yeah, that's
both
true.
in kind of weird situation. It's like if I get my expansion, I could die,
Yeah, that's
or
true.
I could get way ahead. And it's kind of like, do I want to roll the dice, or just want to sit here and kind of like, well, I'm just gonna wait for him to attack me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Sky's doing. He's just kind of sitting here. And I really think that position leads to a counterattack. He could just go to his base and it lead to a huge base race.
Right.
No, he's going in right now.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
This is not going to go well for Sky. It appears that Sorrow has got him completely outclassed. He's got +1 attack.
Yeah, that +1's going to make the huge amount of difference. Not even the mortal will make the big difference.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Sky in a lot of trouble here. Look at that. Not even all the zealots for Sorrow died.
Yeah. Well, now they are. Now you see that.
Yeah, no.
But it's like, oh, well, now they're dead. But,
Well,
yeah,
actually,
looks
not
like
even yet. Look at that. There's still 2 of them on the field.
those are the troopers.
Yeah, 1 left.
One.
Boy, that's 1 hero zealot right there.
He's going to tell the tale of his brethren dying in war. That's okay, because, he's the badass that lived.
Yep. But,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd like
good
to see
stuff.
counterattack.
Counterattack I think would be in good order right now. Of course, a safe play is also to keep macroing up. He is going to be transferring his probes down here, securing that second. Not a bad idea, but I think you're right though. I mean, at this point, he's got to feel pretty solidly ahead. He just demolished Sky's entire army.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, honestly though, you can't always counterattack.
Yeah.
If it's a certain amount of time in the game, or if it's a certain race. Like if you're going versus Zerg,
Yeah.
at like 20 minutes of the game, you're not gonna counterattack. You want to run.
Right.
But I really think this is the best decision. Not even a pro can disagree with me. I think at this point.
Yeah. Well said. Now, both of them still stand on fairly low probe counts, though. So, I mean, Sorrow only at 27 probes.
Yeah. The lucky thing for Sky, the one thing he's got going for him is he has a sentry.
Yep.
And he has a ramp. He didn't expand. That's actually helping him right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that attack kind of killed him. Oh, maybe he'll
that
pick out the
mortal.
mortal.
Almost going down. Yuck.
Poking up with the zealots. That's a good choice. I pick one though. Yeah. Going for the final push.
Nice
Ow.
force field.
Nice force field. I forgot about that sentry completely. Taking off that pound. I'd pull back those zealots for some sight there.
Yeah. Now up the ramp, though. Wow, Sky's in a lot of trouble here. +1/+1 for Sorrow. Brutal, brutal, brutal. And he's taking out the economy, so this is definitely going to be GG here, I think.
Yeah, that armor makes them pretty much impossible to kill.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say impossible, but you know, it makes all the difference.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And now you can see Sky's army just going down quickly. Look at that. Nice Guardian shields. That's going to protect them. And there's the GG from Sky.
That's the GG right there.
So very well done. That will take us to Game 3. It is 1-1 right now. So we're going to go hit Game 3 here for just a moment. What do you say, man?
I say, let's do it.
All right. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt-tab. Always alt-StarCraft. We'll see you in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we have got live tournament action coming at you right now on MLG Xel'Naga Caverns. We're going into Game 3 of this semifinal match between Sorrow and Sky, and I have a treat for everybody. We have got Tox Lonely, the Lonely Soul, on the line with us right now, going to be co-casting with me. How's it going, buddy?
Good, good. Not so lonely today, sadly. Not living up to my name.
I know. Brutal sadness right here to see you having to hang out with people.
Darn.
But we are definitely glad to have you around, so this is going to be fun. I mean, we've seen some interesting PvP between these two players. Game 3, going to be quite interesting. So, I mean, who's your pick going into this? You didn't get to see Game 1, I know that, but, I mean, you got to see what was going on in Game 2. I mean, who's your pick? I mean,
I think Sky definitely has the better micro, in a sense. But I think Sorrow kind of looks at the bigger picture. You know, more of the late game, thinks like, well, I need to do this and this and this, and eventually I'll pull out ahead.
Right.
But I think Sky's definitely the more aggressive person. But I think if he pulls out a 3-gate robo versus a 4-gate, I think he could definitely win. I don't know who did 3-gate robo first.
I believe it was Sky.
Really? Because I would think he would be able to hold that.
Oh no, it was Sorrow. My bad. Yeah, what happened was Sorrow. He ended up floating too many minerals while he was waiting for his cybernetics to finish. Or not cybernetics, but his robo to finish.
Yeah.
So what happened is he had like 400 minerals when the 4-gate attack was coming. You know, and a whole bunch of gas, but only a couple units that he should have been producing the whole time he was waiting for that robo to finish. So.
Yeah, see, I bet if Sky pulls out a 3-gate robo, you know, if he's comfortable with it, which I'm pretty sure by just seeing his gameplay he probably is, he could definitely pull out ahead.
Right.
But some proxy nonsense going on here.
Looks like we're going to see some cannon rush from Sorrow. Now this can be interesting, man. If he makes the stick.
He's looking around.
Sky being very, very wary here, so that's smart.
Still not the best map for a cannon rush, but definitely doable in the... I'll ping it right over here, next to the gas and the side there.
Yeah.
You can get a nice pylon block, and it's really, really good.
Yeah. Agreed.
Choosing to not do that. Okay, going over there. Yeah, it's not Metalopolis. Not as good. That side.
Scouted, and there's a Zealot on the ground already, so I would think at this point that Sorrow gonna have a tough time making this stick.
Yeah, if he's lucky, he can get a few probes to pull, but, you know, all in all, it's pretty dead. Still going for it, though. He wants that.
Still going for it, but this Zealot gonna happily whack away at this pylon here, and it's gonna go down. He didn't need to pull any of these probes to make this
Yeah, see, this is totally cost-effective, though. This is it's definitely cost-effective, because all this mining time, and plus the gas, you know.
Yeah.
He's got a cyber core, but that leaves a stalker, and I don't know. I mean, if he was, because if you see in his base, he's not doing anything. I mean, if he was pulling out warp gate, maybe making a stalker, this would be totally cost-effective.
Yeah.
But I think he's a little too focused on this harassment.
Yep. And he lost his probe there, so that's not good. This photon cannon getting killed. Actually, didn't get the cancel there. Now he's only got 2 pylons in his opponent's base that are doing absolutely nothing but blocking the gas production.
Yeah, and he won't even need that, because apparently he's doing a 4-gate now. Not getting the base, he's just making his 2nd gateway, now he's like, well...
Yep. You know what's strange to me, though, is that Sorrow actually has the greater probe count right now, so he's macroed up behind this a little bit. So we've got to give him a little credit for that. That's actually not the worst play I've ever seen in my life. However, he is way behind on his cyber core, so...
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, he, like, started it like way after like his opponent Sky was like almost finished.
Yep.
I think he's really in trouble right now.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to be tough for him to hold off. And Sorrows is blocking the gas as well, but there's not tons of reason for that. So yeah, I don't know.
It's almost a shame because it could have been like really good, if he kind of started a warp gate at least. It was a really good idea, but it just didn't work out.
Right. Yep. And I think for tournament play, that is a very useful trick to go for a little cannon rush, because a lot of the times your opponents can get caught off guard that way. They really get caught into the moment of, oh, this is a tournament match, I've got to be real careful on my build order and stuff like that. And sometimes they forget to scout for little things like, a potential cannon rush. And I mean, that wasn't the case here, but so good job by Sky. But yeah, I mean, it can happen.
Well, there's actually an interesting thing about tournaments. There's two things that actually one thing. You don't see a lot of cheese, and that's where you can kind of abuse it like a lot. Oh wow, stalkers everywhere. Holy crap. That was a really good warping.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that was actually really smart.
Yeah.
God, well now I'm impressed.
Yeah, that was really good. And so now we're in this kind of silly base trade type situation.
Yeah, and he's got that forge. He's got that forge in the corner that'll help him. That's the hilarious part about all of it.
Yep.
Still got that to help him. But like I was kind of saying, like, you never see cheese. And like another thing is, some people, just couldn't handle cheese,
Uh-huh.
in like Bronze League, and still they don't.
Right.
So like, I'll see some people, in tournaments like 6-4 or something, and it'll do amazingly, It'll be like, whoa, why did this diamond just like die to this cheese,
Yeah.
It shouldn't happen. And it's amazing, because, cannon rush and stupid stuff like that, can still work. Yep. They didn't fully get that, and they just kind of, like, maybe they didn't even get to bronze. They just, like, got to silver, and they didn't even experience that.
Right. And now Sky is in a lot of trouble. He's doing no mining. He's about to lose all of his unit-producing structures, which doesn't matter because he doesn't have enough minerals to mine it anyway. But, I mean, he's stuck in this kind of all-in situation where it's like, how do I defend at this point? He should have taken out... You never move out of your base when you've got a pylon in your mineral line. Let's put it
I think
that
he
way.
kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
But I kind of did, too. I didn't even realize I was there.
Yep.
But I think he could have definitely killed those stalkers with his probes. Like, he could have lost, like, a lot of probes, but, it would have been dead by now, and he wouldn't have lost that pylon.
Right.
Kind of, like, powering, like, 3 gateways. That'd have been amazing if he got that Nexus.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a really good snipe. But, I mean, Soros is insanely ahead now in this matchup.
They're going a little crazy with those cannons.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much, but...
Yeah, I think he was expecting to get pushed back, but, yeah. He has 4 gates, so he can hold us.
Yeah.
I think he's fine. Just slipping up on that chrono again.
Yeah.
This is kind of a weird game right now.
It is.
Like,
it's kind of interesting. And Sorrow is going to be utilizing this pylon over here as well. Still, I mean, see, this is the thing, is Sky should have been looking around for that. He did a good job holding off that initial rush, but he felt so good about himself, I think, that he kind of forgot to, do some small things to keep the game in his favor.
Well, you gotta remember, there's a pylon right here.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of funny. There's like pylons everywhere, and they can flank without even flanking. They can warp in, and then like, suddenly it's a flank.
Yep.
It's kind of funny.
But here comes the Sorrow. I mean, this is going to be tough for Sky to hold off.
He wants that Nexus. Oh, no, going for the probes. I would have totally targeted that Nexus if I was him, but going for pylons, that's probably the smarter choice. But
yeah, I'd say pylon's good choice here. Now he's going to go for the Nexus.
Just
and
like
the Nexus is going to go down.
Like if he...
That's game.
Now he can't make it, though.
Yep, he doesn't have enough to remake. That's it.
Yeah. Man.
So, GG. I mean, well played there by Sorrow.
I just like it not... Yeah, it's GG. It's just not a fun way to go out.
It isn't. It's not tons of fun for Sky, but you know what? I mean, congratulations to Sorrow. He's going to be going on to the finals now. But now the challenge for him is to how does he take on a Zerg player who I've seen play, and he's actually pretty stinking good. So that'll be interesting to see. But thanks, Sorrow, for coming out. We hope to see you next week, buddy. And thanks, Tox, for coming out and casting with me. You're always a pleasure to have on.
I try.
And but thanks again, everybody. Don't alt tab, always alt StarCraft. We will see you guys next time.